Kingdom of Qatar is the venue for the opening of the 2024 FIA World Endurance Championship. A brand new venue and the first of 8 stretching across the globe in what is set to be a golden era of sports car racing. 9 manufacturers in the burgeoning hypercar class and 9 in the brand new GT3 category. New names, new teams, new cars, new faces, the familiar mixing with the new. In the brand new GT3 class, the action is bound to be as intense as ever. And with more new machinery and top-flight driving talent, it'll be impossible to pick a winner in hypercar. Seeing how the competition develops this season is going to be one of the most fascinating aspects of the championship. On pole position, it's number 5 Porsche, Matt Campbell, outpacing the field comfortably to give Penske their first pole, ahead of Toyota and Hertz Team Jota's Porsche. The GT3 pole went to Corvette, run by the TF Sport team, and Tom Van Rompuy making his debut, starting at the front of the field.
Green flag, start of the first of 2 formation laps.
Years and months of planning and preparation come down to this. For the new arrivals, it's a big adventure. For the established teams, who is going to start the season with the advantage of victory? 1.5 points on this second longest race in the championship means winning here gives you a great head start. Safety car pulls off into the pit lane. We are ready to race in Qatar. And as Michael Christensen leads them across the line, the 2024 season is underway. Porsche and Toyota on row 1. Porsche and Ferrari on row 2, and Miguel Molina in the red Ferrari around the outside of the front row starters. It is Molina who takes the lead and trouble. The Peugeot facing backwards. That is Paul di Resta. He's gone off in the first corner. Looked like there might have been contact, but it's Miguel Molina who leads from poleman Michael Christensen. And from row 3, Nico Muller's Peugeot has also come around the outside of the Jota car to go third. Jota 4th and 5th. Great start from the Ferrari and the Peugeot. Now this circuit is flat and open. Is that going to make it a Peugeot happy hunting ground? Behind in the GT3 field, they're right behind the recovering Paul di Resta. Another couple of little logs up. The yellow privateer Ferrari that's dropped a couple of positions from 12th on the grid. Take a look again in the first corner in the middle of the bunch. The Cadillac has a big moment, locks up, and I think that was contact with the Peugeot. It may also have held up the Ferrari. Looking back from the pole sitter. Cars jockeying for position, the dark blue caddy in the middle of it. And there's, the Peugeot spins across our nose. That's a great view. And there is Robert Kubica locking up into turn 2 in the GT field, just as frantic with the Iron Dames in their Lamborghini Huracan. McLaren in front battling with Ferrari. And there's contact. The 59 McLaren in trouble on lap 1.
Very good job, mate. Very good job. Elbows out now. Elbows out.
Michael Christensen, the pole sitter, all over the back of Miguel Molina. The pole sitter leads in GT as well. TF Sports Corvette ahead of the Porsche from Manthey. The green and black D-Station Aston. There's a Ferrari in 4th place. The 54 Vista AF Corsa car. Lawrence Vanthoor closing in on the lead Toyota. And this is the battle for 7th place. The second Toyota out of the points down in 14th. Vanthoor in the white and red Porsche just sweeps around the outside. A change to a black livery makes the Toyotas very easy to spot. Also makes it very easy to see that they have definitely not got their former position at the head of the field. Battle for 6 in GT3, Sarabovi in the new Lamborghini gets a clump from Ahmed Al-Hati's BMW. Al-Hati down the inside. Here's the battle for the lead in GT3. The Corvette right ahead of the Porsche now. And look at the Aston Martin and the Ferrari right behind them. 4 of the 9 different brands represented in this lead battle. Leaders in traffic. Oh, that's uncomfortable. Christensen hitting one of the GT3 Lexuses. Shows how tough it's going to be to pass in this massive field of 37 cars. Molina, Christensen, then the Peugeot of Nico Müller with the 2 gold Jota Porsches behind. The top 5 all trying to fit into 1 car length between our GT3 contenders. Expect traffic to alter the stakes in Hypercar and in the GT3 class. GT3 lead battle, and it's Alexander Malikin in the Porsche in front now. The Corvette in second place and under assault from the D-Station Aston. There's Malikin in the centre in the pure racing Porsche. Dives through on the inside, takes the lead in the first half hour on his debut. Challenge for the lead, Michael Christensen alongside Miguel Molina's Ferrari. Can he get through? No, he can't. Into the gravel, and now he's under attack from behind. Here comes the Peugeot, trying to sweep past. Can't quite get there, but Nico Müller with the bit between his teeth. The Peugeot has not looked this strong since Le Mans last year. The circuit clearly suits its unique aerodynamic stylings, and he goes through for second place. Great pass. Battle for second place in GT3. The Corvette just hanging on from the Aston. Through comes the brand new Lamborghini Hypercar. Opens the door for the Aston Martin. No way through there though. Nico Müller looking for the lead. Miguel Molina defends on the inside. Now Müller doing what he did on the opening lap, what Molina did on the opening lap, going round the outside in turn 1, inside into turn 2, new leader, and it is the Peugeot. It's the last race for the Peugeot in this form. A new car will come for round 2 in Imola. Miguel Molina's Ferrari still in second, everybody else in third, and everybody else is in a Porsche. Down the inside, the gold car of Will Stevens. Dive bombs Michael Christensen, and through comes Lawrence Vantor in the number 6 Porsche. The other Penske car, he nearly got by Christensen as well, but the private Hertz Team Jota Porsche up to third. Here's how. Christensen over the curbs, losing ground. All-American battle for 5th place in GT3. There's the brand new Ford Mustang, unraced anywhere in Europe, and chasing the Corvette. And down the inside, the Aston Martin has gone by both of them. Heart of Racing, that's a great start to the race from them. Tom Van Rompuy in the Corvette had the pace in qualifying, but the team don't seem to have it in the race. Even the Mustang, run by Proton Competition, seems to be having an attack, looking to go through again. They've got the Proton Competition Hypercar coming around the outside, but Zach Robichon makes the move on Tom Van Rompuy. He goes up to 4th. Porsche, Aston, Mustang. Leader in the pits, this is the first stop for the number 50 Ferrari of what will be many in this long, long race. Fuel tyre strategy going to be so important. And in GT3, so too is driver strategy. The bronze and the silver graded drivers must do no less than 2 hours and 55 minutes in the car. You can do it all in one block, a massive triple stint, or you can cycle your drivers around. It's entirely down to the teams how they do it. We saw no driver change in the race leading Porsche, but Sarabovi is out of the Iron Dames Lamborghini. They are going to cycle their drivers through. In GT3 and in Hypercar, you can't put on fresh tyres at every stop. You have to keep them alive. That's going to be key to success here.
Obviously, it's a long race, 10 hours. So for us, it's about staying patient, but obviously trying to move forward when we can. So we managed to do that during my stint, and I think we'll see quite a lot of different tyre strategies through the race. So far, we're happy. Everything's going to plan, and just need to stay patient, and the race hopefully will come to us.
Leader in the pit lane, the Peugeot pulls up for its first service, still in the lead of the race, extending its advantage and going further on fuel. The car really is in a sweet spot right now. Hurst Team Jota looking very competitive. Their 38 car, Phil Hansen is out, Jenson Button is in. Last time we saw Jenson in action, he was climbing through the window of the NASCAR at Le Mans last year. Now in a much more conventional hypercar racer. Significant damage on the nose of the Cadillac after that first corner contact with Paul di Resta's Peugeot that fired off the 94 car. New nose waiting in the background to go on. Looks like new tyres as well. They're probably seriously flat spotted. Well, there's the caddy in the middle of the field. Big lockup on the curbs on the inside. Unfortunate to collect the Peugeot. Traditionally, when the Toyota stops, we'd say leader in the pits. The number 8 car is up into second, but is definitely not there on merit. The Peugeot comes back to retake the lead of the race.
Information to pit lane, information to pit lane. Car 5050 has a drive-through penalty for crossing the white line at pit entry.
Challenge for the lead of the race from Porsche. The Peugeot on the inside, Nico Muller hanging on around the outside, Lawrence Vantor. And look at the leaderboard. Peugeot with 4 Porsches behind the 2 Penske cars and the 2 Jota cars.
You're doing good, Nico, you're doing good. Keep pushing left tires.
Copy left tire.
20 laps to go. Pace is good.
Well, here is the move from Lawrence Vantor. Nico Muller defending on the inside. Vantor not quite enough advantage and then gets onto the dirty side of the track. The car just runs a little wide. Oh, and there was contact there. Nico Muller elbows out.
1 idiot.
Copy that. Stay cool, stay cool. He's going to struggle more and more. He's coming to us.
Brilliant stuff from Lawrence Vantor in his opening sequence of the race. Peugeot under real pressure here. Nico Muller with traffic in front, down into turn 1. All drift out wide on the dirty track, trying to go around the McLaren, and there's a change of the lead. Look at that. Lawrence Vantor making no mistake, straight through, cuts off the Peugeot, and there's a new race leader. The number 6 Porsche is our leader. Take a look again from Vantor on the outside. The Peugeot tried to go round the McLaren, just wasn't the grip there. 94 Peugeot of Paul di Resta behind the number 5 Porsche of Michael Christensen. Now this is not for position, don't forget. Peugeot knocked off in the first corner. They're out of sequence with the others, but that car showing great pace as well. But 19th and last in Hypercar, it's a long road back to try and get some points. Only the top 10 will score in either category. Oh, that's a Ferrari tail. What's happened here? This is the end of the lap. And that is the entire rear body of which Ferrari, the 51 car in traffic, and it just comes clean off. Oh my goodness. Well, what happens here? Watch the red Ferrari, the tail comes off. And he's heading into the pit lane, a right rear puncture and bodywork going on the Ferrari. There's a full course yellow to recover that body. There was contact, we gather now, with the McLaren in that group of GT3 cars. Well, this is a setback Ferrari did not need. Hypercar pit stops. The number 50 car is in trouble with the left rear wheel. They've already picked up a penalty for illegally entering the pit lane across the white line. Trouble with the left front wheel as well. Ferrari going well in GT3. This is a 54 car. Thomas Floor out after a mammoth stint at the start of 61 hot laps. They're in second.
Yeah, very hard work. It lasts half an hour. Car is sliding. Obviously, there's no second new tire. So second stint with old tires and at the peak of the heat. So, but you know, I think my rally driving helps me with some of the sliding, but fantastic performance of Ferrari and the team. Very happy, very happy.
Francesco Castellacci carrying on that performance in the 54 car, all over the back of Michel Gatting in the Lamborghini, the Iron Dames. 2 years ago in a Ferrari, last year in a Porsche. This year they race a Lamborghini Huracan. In the pits, Lawrence Vantor, the race leader. first stop for the number 6 Porsche as the leader. Kevin Est taking over. And without tyre warmers, a little bit of wheel spin helps to build some heat in those rear covers. Brendan Hartley takes over the number 8 Toyota. Car did not make it through into the top 10 for qualifying in Hyperpole. They have struggled for pace so far all weekend. In the 55 Ferrari garage, watching intently, and why not? Here's the battle for 6th place. Michel Gatting in the magenta Iron Dames Lamborghini, right behind the TF Sport Corvette Rui Andrade, last year's LMP2 champion, and Simon Mann in the 55 Ferrari, steaming down the outside to turn 1. Does he go through? Yes, he does. 31 BMW hovering behind as the 93 Peugeot tries to make its way through. Cadillac versus BMW, a battle that has raged all last year in IMSA in the USA, but it's the first race in the World Endurance Championship for the BMW. Cadillac with a full season under their belt, and that is a tight battle, but the number 2 car keeping its nose in front.
Robin, is it okay?
The car shifts, but the steering wheel is frozen still completely.
Copy. Try to continue. When you can, try master reset. Try master reset. 2 indicators hold.
For how long? Because nothing is working.
Simon Mann in the 55 Ferrari going around the outside here of Michel Gatting. Whoa, squeezing through. Fantastic action. The Ferrari's already a proven race winner. All of the cars are brand new to the WEC, but the Corvette that we ride on board with, not raced before this season, so that is a brand new car. Trouble for the 81 car. Facing the wrong way. Regaining the track though without too much of a drama. Louis Andrade adapting to the GT3 cars from LMP2 and overstepping the limit just a fraction. Riding on board with Sebastian Bourdais. This is the battle for 1 point and 10th place in front one of the 2 WRT run BMWs. That is Raffaele Marcello. The caddy, has he got enough room to go around the outside? Has he got enough steam to go around the outside? Not quite. Oh, on the inside at turn 2. He's still there, Sebastian Bourdais. Gosh, he loves a fight, and that was a great move from the Frenchman. Trouble for the 81 Corvette that started on pole in GT3. It stopped dead coming into the pit lane. Crew running in the heat to try and rescue it. And they're a long way from the car. It's back underway, but very slowly. This has not been the race they'd hoped. Pit stop for the 38 Jota car from 3rd place, with Toyotas up to 4th and 5th. Number 6 car in from the lead. Porsche still leading this race, but now the battle is on with Toyota and Peugeot. So is Toyota starting to find its pace? The 2 new Alpines both in the top 10 at this stage, but you gain or lose so many places during the pit stops, it's hard to see where the real performance is, except the number 6 Porsche and the number 93 Peugeot do seem to have some. Everybody else, we're still guessing. Nearly 3 hours in and barely getting towards 1/3 distance. Race leader still Kevin Estre from Mikkel Jensen's Peugeot. Matt Campbell in the 2nd Penske Motorsport Porsche, a strong 3rd. We've already seen the Lamborghini in the GT3 category, but here is Lamborghini's brand new hypercar, the lime green SC63. And Alessandro Pierguidi, last year's Le Mans winner, battling with it for 17th place. Such have been the delays to the 51 Ferrari. There's Stefan Winkelmann, the boss of Lamborghini. And Eduardo Mortara making life very hard for Alessandro Pierguidi, who's just about squeezing through on the inside. Brand new Lamborghini versus well-tried and tested Le Mans winning Ferrari. And the Ferrari only just creeping in front. It's been interesting to see the development of the brand new cars like the Lamborghini, like the Alpine, that are turning wheels in a race for the very first time here in Qatar. Epic stint for Ahmed El Harti in the 46 BMW. From the start, he's done 117 blistering laps, handing over to Valentino Rossi, who might actually have to lift him out of the car. He looks destroyed.
You can push out laps, but don't use curves for 3 laps. Don't use curves for 3 laps. You can push, but don't use curves, please, for tires.
Great to have names like Valentino Rossi in the championship. He's like a 5-year-old schoolboy. He is so excited to be racing in the World Endurance Championship in a BMW that he and the team know well. But Ahmed El Harti, well, a sterling job at the start of the race. Absolutely going the distance. Here's another of our brand new hypercars, the Isotta Fraschini, run by the Duquesne engineering team. Pure Racing Porsche still leading GT3.
Yeah, so far it's quite an okay race for us, I think. Pace is looking quite okay compared to the others. I think we're still struggling a bit, maybe here and there, but for now it's looking quite okay, so strategy was good for sure. But it's still a long race ahead, so there's a lot of things which can happen.
A familiar name and an unfamiliar car. Mick Schumacher, son of Michael, in the brand new Alpine hypercar. One of 2 that the Alpine crew are fielding here. A massive coup for Philippe Signot and his team. They've been working on this program for the last 2 seasons, and finally it's on track.
We avoid any problem during the first lap. We survive, and now we keep the pace the main target of this race is finish the race with the 2 cars. We have 2 different strategies, and we will see at the end, but it's on a good way now at the moment.
Battle for 6th place in GT3. British GT champion Darren Leung making his first international start. Alessio Rivera, real exponent of Ferrari racing in WEC over the last few years, dives to the inside and he moves up to 6th spot. The BMW though looking strong on its debut. Both cars in the top 10 scoring points. 93 Peugeot in the pit, still very much in contention. Here's the race leader, the number 6 Porsche, stopping once more. Driver change, Kevin Escher getting out. Still a massive amount of racing to be done.
I was a bit frustrated, I have to say. There was sometimes some blue flag not respected, sometimes no blue flag. I think there we can all do a better job. But overall, no, the car felt pretty good. No mistake, just a slight touch with the GT in traffic. It's sometimes a bit tough out there in the traffic. You can feel that everybody have to get used to each other.
Ferrari versus Toyota, the story of so many races last season, but this is not for the lead, this is for 7th place, the black Toyota. That is Kamui Kobayashi. We ride on board with newcomer Robert Schwartzman in the 83 Privateer Ferrari, the best of the 3 Ferraris run by AF Corsa. Back with the action, and there is Schwartzman on the inside, trying to use the traffic, and does use the traffic to box in the Toyota. That was a good pass. Savvy racing from the ex-single-seater race. Battle for 10th. Antonio Fuoco just outside the points, chasing Ryo Hirakawa in the number 8 Toyota. Number 8 has been hovering around 10th, 12th, 13th, depending where the pit stops have fallen. Still not really consistently in a points-paying position. And after their early penalty, the number 50 Ferrari struggling to make up ground. Valentino Rossi in the 46 BMW inside Yasser Shaheen. 2 newcomers to the championship, but Valentino Rossi raced here many times in MotoGP, getting stuck in, moving up the order in GT3. The Ferrari down the inside, Antonio Fuoco grabbing 9th place from the Toyota of Ryo Hirakawa, but still last year's front-running cars scrabbling over the crumbs from the table. Here's the look back from the Toyota of Hirakawa. The Ferrari comes in hot and throws it late down the inside into turn 16. Good pass. Pure Racing Porsche under real pressure now. Daniel Mancinelli, we ride with the silver graded driver in the heart of racing. Aston Martin looking down the inside of Alexander Malikin. Malikin back in the car. He's a bronze graded driver and he is overtaken down into corner 16. That was a nice clean pass as the Aston takes the lead. Ferrari's third and fourth. Look at the top speeds here, 309 kilometers an hour, the fastest hypercar, nearly 50 kilometers an hour slower at top speed is the quickest of the GTs, the brand new Mustang. Number 7 Toyota, the best of the two cars in the pit lane from what was third position, but that's because other cars were pit stopping. Toyota is struggling for pace this weekend. Neither the number 7 or number 8 look like winners. They seem to have stood still.
We're off the pace at the moment. I didn't have a great stint. I damaged the tyre in qualifying yesterday. I was really nervous to do the same again today. It looks like it hung on, but the pace wasn't particularly great. So we're currently where we started, unfortunately. I think we're going to have to rely on the others having a few mistakes or something. We definitely don't have the pace to challenge the front guys today.
All trouble for Isotta Fraschini, this brand new hypercar. It's the first sign of frailty in all 19 cars. Hopefully they'll be able to get it back out and continue in the race. Five hours in to the Qatar Airways 1812Km race. Porsche, Peugeot are the lead contenders. The other hypercars struggling for pace to match the front runners, whereas Ferrari leads in GT3 ahead of Manthey Pure Racing, with Aston Martin hovering in the wings as well. And all 37 starters still going after the first 5 hours. Valentino Rossi completes his first World Endurance stint. Maxime Martin taking over as the doctor bails out. Vital to get the pit stops done as quickly as possible and lose no time.
The track is very different compared to yesterday because I have a lot of rubber, a lot of grip, so you stress a bit more the tire. So in the second stint it was a little bit more difficult, more tricky, and for some reason I have always a bit more traffic. And so the condition of the track is always in evolution. If you go a little bit out of the line, have a lot of dirt, so it's difficult. But I enjoy. We are in the top 5 now. We want to try to fight for the podium, but looks like at this moment we are not strong enough. But we try to arrive in the top 5.
Major work at Peugeot on the 94 car. This is a car that was hit right at the beginning of the race. It's not their day. They're now having to change the hybrid battery. Julian Landauer in the red and white Proton Porsche. Alongside him is Mathieu Vaxivière in the Alpine. Into the first corner, squeezing tight together. Andlo going right out to the edge of the circuit and leaving Vaxivière to bounce across the curbs. All's fair in love, war and motor racing. That was clean, no contact. And the Alpine team, both cars still running strongly. Here's El Bamba under pressure from Antonio Fuoco. Battle for 8th place. The number 50 car with that early penalty. A penalty 2 after contact for the number 2 Cadillac. So they could really both be further up the order. Any lost ground in this field is going to be so tough to make up this season. Tail being changed on the 83 Ferrari, the best placed Ferrari in the race, the AF Corsa privateer car. And they may be changing the aero balance as the track conditions change. Into the pit stop, 93 Peugeot from second place. Driver change as well as Jean-Eric Verne bails out. And the 38 Jota car is in as well. Driver change and fresh tyres for them too. Peugeot still very much in the hunt.
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, it's good to fight in the front of the field. It feels really nice to get the blue flag and not to receive them for once. I'm very happy. I mean, the team is doing a fantastic job, no mistake. I think Porsche definitely quicker than us. So that we are able to stay there and fight with them at this level is pretty impressive.
Another battle for the lead in the GT3 class. Thomas Floor versus Alex Riberas in the harder racing Aston Martin. And these cars are so close, literally as well as in performance terms. So hard to judge who will come out on top. Riberas diving late to the inside. Pro driver move, catches Floor by surprise and takes the lead of the category. Replay here, corner 9, which is becoming a bit of a gravel trap on the tarmac. Alex Lynn in the Cadillac going down the inside of the 31 BMW. Ditch hooking on the inside to give himself some space. Just getting away with that. Trouble for the Lamborghini Hypercar. The Iron Lynx team running this as well as the 2 Lamborghinis in GT3.
So last lap you get the feedback that there is something wrong?
Well, I mean, it's just that the rear is hanging in the air all the time. I don't know if something is wrong. It's just that, I don't know, that's the feeling I have. Maybe nothing is broken. I have no idea.
Ooh, replay of a GT3 lead car spinning. This is Alex Riberas in the harder racing Aston Martin. Oh, he's nearly at the end of his stint anyway. Those tyres must be well past their best. Into the pits comes the race leader from GT3, so a change of lead, Pure Racing's Klaus Bachler takes over. Driver change at harder racing, and the crew also cleaning out the air ducts, cleaning the lights, just checking the car over. Got scars of battle on the front, but no new nose being put in here. Norman Nato taking over the number 12 Jota Porsche. They are still in strong contention for an overall podium. Could they take their first win in Hypercar? Well, here's the pole-sitting Porsche. Michael Christensen had chronic vibration early in the race from the tyres. Looks like it's in a better position now. And as the number 12 car is released, we are going to see a change for third place. There will still be 2 Porsches in the top 3, but it is now 2 Porsche Penske Motorsport 963s. Jota down to 4th. Race leader, still the number 6 Porsche. Porsche looking so strong here. Fuel, no tyres for the number 6 car. As the evening progresses, the track and the air temperature cooling, strategies will change. Battle for 4th place in the GT3 class behind Kelvin van der Linde's Lexus, which is off the pace. As the 5 Porsche comes out the pit lane, whoa! Sean Gelael in the 31 BMW just about squeezes through. Behind him, Marco Sorensen in the D-Station Racing Aston Martin. This is 4th and 5th. Van der Linde's Lexus a lap down. And here's the view of the action from the number 5 Porsche. 3 into 1, just about went. Sorensen on the hunt. Sean Gelael goes deep to the inside to defend. Sorensen goes deeper through to make the pass for 4th place. Challenging to try and get onto the podium. Harter Racing in 2nd. D-Station in 4th as the Hypercar BMW goes through, maybe opening up an opportunity for the GT3 BMW of Sean Gelael to come back. Number 7 Toyota, number 5 Penske Porsche battling for 7th and 8th positions. And again, on different pit stop strategies. The Porsche fresh from the pits. The Toyota soon to go in there. But coming through is the Porsche, underlining again. Toyota is struggling for pace. Matt Campbell, Daytona 24-hour winner, Bathurst 12-hour winner already this season, is not struggling for pace at all. Replay here of the Alpine of Mick Schumacher doing a bit of rally cross. He got cross up on that big sea of gravel in turn 9 and straight through the gravel traps. Not the first to go through there, as you can see from the tyre marks.
I got hit by GT.
Okay, copy. Can you check the car? All is okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Just check the exit of turn 6. I mean, the car is shaking like a kangaroo. I don't understand why you cannot find the solution. It's shaking like hell.
Copy, Sev. The guys are going to have a look. 15 to go, mate. 15 to go. You're doing well. Very well.
Here's the battle for third in GT3. Valentino Rossi in the BMW. Marco Sorensen almost hidden behind him in the Aston Martin, dives to the inside. He goes through for third spot. Dieter Gas and the Brains Trust at Cota must be very pleased with the way things are going. They're running 2 hypercar Porsches for the first time this season. Last year they had 1 and 1 LMP2 machine. Both are in the top half dozen. It's been a strong race so far for this privateer team. Jenson Button versus Matt Campbell in replay. This was a moment ago. Campbell trying to go the long way around the outside of Formula 1 champion. Gets shrift about as short as you would imagine. Button just shows him the curbs. On board with Campbell. Well, here is the view. Trying to go around the Cota Porsche. Sends it around the outside. Button takes the racing line. Just a little bit of contact there.
Just completely ran into me, pushed me straight off.
Battle for third again between Jenson Button and Matt Campbell. Campbell down the inside. This time he's got the line and goes by the other Porsche and just returns the favour, gives Button a little nudge. Was artfully done by Campbell. Take a look again. He's clear on the inside then. Oh, just a little shove. There you go, Jenson. Great racing between the 2 Porsche drivers.
When he tried to go around the outside of me in turn 7, I guess he thought I would take a tighter line than I normally do, but why? And then he just turned in thinking I was driving off circuit, but I wasn't. I was just in my position for the corner, and I think he was out on the dirt, so he turned in, and we hit as he turned in. So it's a shame. He didn't want to make contact. But then he decided to nail me at turn 6 when he did get past me, which is a little bit unfortunate, but there you go.
Leader in the pits, the number 6 Porsche, on 0 energy remaining for the stint. You can see how much or how little cars have gotten, how different the strategies are. Some have just fueled, some just about to. In comes the number 8 Toyota, Sebastian Buemi ending his stint. The car still struggling even to stay in the points. Shows how hard work it is. Buemi limps away with quite severe cramp in his glutes. GT3, the 31 BMW, Sean Gelael in 4th, and Aaron Bastar in the 777D Station Racing Aston Martin right behind. We've seen this battle before with the drivers that were in the cars before the last round of stops, and the slightly differing tyre strategies and fuel strategies mean that they are swapping position all the time. Oh, trouble for Matt Campbell. He's gone across the gravel down to turn 10. What's happened there? Was it contact in traffic? Take a look. There he is at the top of the shot. No. Ran wide, onto the gravel on the track, and all the way down the hill through the gravel trap. Wow.
Sorry, I went off.
Copy, Matt. Saw that.
Valentino Rossi has completed his drive time in the 46 WRT BMW. This time races around the outside of the tyre changes after handing over to Maxime Martin. His first week in World Endurance, and he's completed a great set of stints. Battle for 10th place, Robin Freins catching Charles Milesi in the 35 Alpine, who runs wide on the gravel, avoids the big gravel trap, but through goes Freins, and the lapped number 15 BMW goes by. The number 5 of Matt Campbell, who's been through that gravel, that Porsche, comes past the Alpine as well. 8.5 hours of racing inside the final 50 laps, and the Peugeot from second place back in the pits, really showing the filth of racing. Jean-Eric Verne about to take over once more. Matt Campbell in the number 5 Porsche yet to stop as the Peugeot fuels and takes on tyres and a new driver. They move into a 1-2 Penske Porsche, but Peugeot still very much in the hunt. Oh, Lexus in the gravel, and that is the 87 car of Takeshi Kimura. He's a long way off, Now, nobody's been off there before. Or was that just an error by Takeshi Kimura? Replay, we're on board with Kevin Estre in the race-leading car. That's Kimura in front. Oh, and he's gone for a gap and contact. And that is what has fired the Lexus off. Look, in replay from the outside, he dives through. The Lexus is still trying to get through the corner. Just gets biffed out of the way. Race leader in the pits, Kevin Estre, damage on that left front corner just behind the front wheel. He's probably lucky, actually, that he didn't get a puncture there. And away he goes.
Sure you don't want to keep these tyres? Will we gain anything?
Their last stop will be 12 seconds slower. So we are considering doing 4, keep the pace and stay behind for the last stop so you can overtake.
Copy.
Penske working on their strategy for the final stop to try and secure a 1-2 for the team. That would be a phenomenal result. They've not yet won in Hypercar, never mind a 1-2. Oh, James Collado down the inside of Ryo Hirakawa for 10th place, does not get through. Well, he had a try, but hang on, danger from behind, that's Julian Andlauer. That's for position as well. The 99 Proton Porsche won't get through on the inside. He will get through on the inside. Collado was over the white line trying to shut the door. Andlauer still forcing the issue, goes through for 11th on the inside. They'll both have a lot of muck on their tyres. Well, that's a pressure relief for Ryo Hirakawa, but the Porsche has gone by the Ferrari, and Collado struggling for grip here. Look at the drama from the outside. Andlauer 4 wheels off track. Well, that is an illegal pass. He's either going to have to give that back or be penalised. You cannot pass with all 4 wheels outside the white line. Andlauer gained advantage then, and then rubbed his way past the Ferrari in the process. Cota eyeing a podium finish here. Will they be on the podium? Will it be Penske? Will they overhaul a Peugeot? Fascinating end to the race in sight. Replay here of the race leader going off on the marbles, and he's lost the panel on the side of the car after that contact. And this is going around the outside, ironically, of the Lexus once more. Runs out wide on the gravel.
Stay away from curbs, please. Stay away from curbs.
Yeah, I try. Just got into pick up.
End of the road for the 38 Cota car. Possible high voltage issue. Oliver Rasmussen jumps clear, and they will drop out of the top 6. They will not finish the race. Final pit stop for the number 93 Peugeot. And on this, a podium might hang. Matt Campbell in the number 5 Porsche for Penske coming across the line. And Ferrari's day gets worse. The 51 car handed a penalty when it was passed by the 99 car down the straight. Peugeot still in the hunt for victory. And what a result that would be for the team. Klaus Bachler leading in GT3. The pure racing Porsche has been the class of the field almost since the first few laps. Alex Riberas and Marco Sorensen second and third, 2 Astons in the top 3. It's been interesting to watch how the fortunes of the car have varied depending on the driver grading on board, but these teams very much in the mix from the start. 51 Ferrari takes its drive-through penalty. Their day can hardly get much worse. Last year's Le Mans winners, championship runners-up, really struggling here. Imola, the next race, had better be much better for the team in red. Pole-sitting Porsche, Matt Campbell brings it in for its final stop. Clearing off the muck, cleaning the windscreen, and giving him the fuel to get through to the end. The tall figure of Porsche competition director Thomas Laudenbach watching the action from the pit lane. Penske Porsche 1-2, but now the Peugeot moves back up into second place. It is set to go to the end of the race as well. And this could be their best ever result in WEC. But for Penske, a first win looks on the cards unless there is major drama before the end of the race. The number 6 car missing that light panel should not be an issue for them, but they might have to take a look at that in their final stop just to avoid any post-race problems. Hurst Team Jota still in the mix. We could yet have a Porsche 1-2-3 if things go their way.
Okay, Kevin, we are going to box next lap. We'll box next lap for a short stop, for a quick repair.
Not what Escher wanted to hear, but they are sticking on a number panel to try and make sure that the car remains legal to the end of the race, which is very close, just 6 laps away. They've got a big lead, and all they need to do is get it stuck on and send the car back out. The win could still be theirs. Closing stages, Jean-Eric Verne in the Peugeot in second, being chased by Callum Eilert. The gap is not big, 1.2 seconds. There is the Peugeot down into turn 1. There is the Jota Porsche in second place. Just one GT car between them. And there's the number 5 Penske Porsche. That's second, third and fourth, with the Lamborghini getting out of the way. It looks like Kevin Escher with over half a minute will win this, but as they head towards the final laps of the race, no clue who's going to be second. Peugeot looking for their best result. There's the Jota. That's the Peugeot. The Peugeot slowed down. Jota go through for second. Penske go through for third. What's happened to Jean-Eric Verne? The Peugeot is coming to a grinding halt. They cannot believe it.
No power, no power. Repeat.
Please go as far as you can, go as far as you can.
Unbelievable heartbreak for the Peugeot. Oh my goodness. Penske Porsche, there's Roger Penske, 87 years young, on hand to witness their first win in the FIA World Endurance Championship. All last year, they could not get it to the front of the field. This year, they claim pole position and they will take their first win in the World Endurance Championship in the 10-hour season opener. Victory for Porsche and Penske Racing. Second place is in the balance though. Jota in second, Penske in third, racing to the line. It will be a Porsche sweep of the podium. Penske first and third, with Jota's privateer Porsche taking second.
Come on!
There is the Jota car in second at the line.
Yes, yes, we won it. What a drive, what a car, what a team, what a potential we have here.
Yeah, amazing job, amazing job.
The ecstasy and the agony, because this too is sport. Celebration for Andre Lotterer, Kevin Est and Laurens Vanthoor. The perfect start to their season and one they could barely have imagined, leading a Porsche clean sweep.
Yeah, it was a bit crazy. To be honest, I didn't thought I was taking risk in traffic, but somehow, I don't know, we didn't understand each other a few times with some guys, and I had a massive hit with the Lexus. And after that, we had a lot of vibration, lost quite some grip, but we did the last 1.5 hours like this, and when he told me pit this lap, I was like, please, no. But in the end, it was just a short repair and everything okay, but yeah, it was a tough end. Definitely made it spicy to the end, but thanks a lot to the whole team. I mean, they made an amazing car for this weekend, no issues. So I'm really pleased and happy where we end up today compared to where we started last year. It's quite an amazing jump, and yeah, thanks a lot to my teammates and to the whole Porsche Penske team.
Victory in GT3 for Porsche as well. Manthey Pure Racing, Alexander Maliki, Joel Sturm and Klaus Bachler take the first win of the new era. Aston Martin completing the podium, second and third. Celebrations, the new season is underway. The platinum era of sports car racing begins with one of the stalwarts, Penske and Porsche, claiming the first win. as Porsche sweep the Hypercar podium. A big points haul to start the season for Porsche, heading the manufacturer standings from Cadillac. But our winning crew of the number 6 Porsche Penske machine will be leading the driver's standings when we head to our next race. And with 1.5 points for victory here, they have a big head start on their competition. Of 37 starters, only 4 cars had mechanical problem before the end, and then the Peugeot making it to the line, but it does not get classified as a finisher. It didn't make it into Parc Fermé.
This is a place now.
And that is it. The new era is underway. Hypercar and GT3 provided 10 hours of wall-to-wall entertainment, and they'll do the same again at round 2 in Imola in Italy. Will it be the same names at the top of the heap? Don't bet on it. It will be fascinating to watch, and we will see you there.